And now that the fuselage halves are together, all that's left now is to tidy up those seam lines. As you can see, my black super glue and rubber compound sounds very, very easily. And my sanding stick of choice is a Flory skinny stick. I have several of these. And rather than going across the seam line horizontally, if you go across at a 45-degree angle, you'll find you get a much cleaner finish. To protect any detail on the kit itself, I use a little bit of masking tape placed over the detailed area. So when I come to sand away, the detailed area obviously is protected, but I still have easy access to the area that I wish to sand. Now the name of the game here is to let the sanding stick do the work for you. Don't use it heavily and try and gouge out the seam. Just use it very, very gently, very, very lightly. Like I said, at a 45-degree angle if you can, and you'll find you'll get a very, very nice finish to the surface. And once you're happy with your seam work, you can go over them with a polishing stick just to sand out any scratches on the surface to give you a nice, even finish. As you can see, the fuselage is now essentially together. It's gone together very well indeed actually. I haven't encountered that many problems at all. On the side here, as you can see, I cut out the cockpit door area because I like to have them open so you can see some of that detail in the cockpit. Large seam lines, to be fair, not many at all. As ever on any Spitfire build, you always seem to have problems with this fillet here. Now I've tied up the best I can. I don't want to sand away too much material because I'll just wind up with a big divot there and no detail and a bit of a nightmare to rescribe. So I'll leave it as it is now. I'll give it a coat of Mr. Surfacer and see how we look under a coat of primer. So I'm happy with that. All the other seams look very, very good. Now all I need to do is reinstate some of the panel lines. Now you can use several tools for this. I've got a trumpeter scriber here. Great, but it's very, very sharp and it tends to gouge rather than cut. I can sometimes use an engineer's scribe. These can be very, very good, easy to control, and you can use it almost like a pencil. That can be very, very handy. I have a Tamiya scriber. Again, not a bad bit of kit, but it's easy to control, but where the tip is, you can't always get into tight areas. Well, my go-to at the moment is a razor saw blade. This is by CMK, I believe. One side you have a fine saw edge, and on the other side you have a more coarse saw edge. And all you basically do to reinstate the panel line, it's fairly straightforward. You just get the blade, put it into the desired area on the model, and just gently cut across. And what that will do, that will produce a very fine panel line. I'll just do one more at the back here. Put it in, could pull it across. Don't hacksaw it, we're not trying to saw it off. And as you can see, that creates a very nice panel line. Okay, so I'm going to start painting the undercarriage. That includes the wheels, hubs, oleo legs, and also the radiators. Now anything that I'm going to be spraying silver, initially I'll give a coat of black. It makes the black stand out a lot more prominently. So that'll be the radiator faces, the wheel hubs themselves, and the oleo legs, which are over here on their little stands. So I'll give it a coat of black first, and then we'll give them a coat of silver. Now my black of choice is going to be, because the tyres are obviously going to be rubber black, I'll just use rubber and tyres black, and it's just a very dark grey really. This is a Ammo MiG colour. It sprays straight from the bottle. It's not too bad. It will suffice for what I need, and yeah, we'll get it sprayed up and see how we look. To make holding the tyres a lot easier, I think what I'll do on the flat spot here, I think I'll just drill a wee hole just so I can insert a wooden toothpick just to hold it. So we'll do a few turns of the old drill. And then what we can do, we can grab a toothpick, insert it inside, and there we go. Gives it perfect holder for the wheel. Now I'll do that with the other one, and I'll get spraying. Okay, so we'll start off by spraying the tyres, tyre black. Nice straightforward, just take the flow first, and away we go. Again, coming out from all the angles. Again, try and come from all the angles if you can. Give some good coverage. This will have a top coat of silver, so it's not mega important, but it's just nice to know that you've got a decent cover on it. Do the faces of the radiators black, so I paint them silver. They'll help let them to pop a little better, a little bit more. Give the wheels one more coat.